Well, happening now, reaction to the president's speech promoting his signature achievement, Obamacare. Yesterday in Largo, Maryland, you might have heard President Obama defended his legislation after reports that in some states, individual insurance premiums could be pretty costly. Also, Republican efforts to strip Obamacare funding and delays on implementing certain programs. The president took a swipe at Fox News. Listen.
But we need you to spread the word. But you don't have to take my word for it. If you talk to somebody who said, well, I don't know, I was watching Fox News and they said this horrible. and you can say, you know what, don't take my word for it. Go on the website, see for yourself what the prices are, see for yourself what the choices are, then make up your own mind.
Let's talk about it with Judith Miller, a Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative reporter and author. Kirsten Powers is a columnist for the Daily Beast, both of them Fox News contributors. Kirsten, to you first. You have spent a lot of time on Capitol Hill working in Democratic politics prior to your journalism career. Is it smart politics for the president to make that take that shot at Fox?
Yeah, I actually think it is. I think it's something that you see Republicans doing a lot when they are, villainize the liberal media coming after them. And so the president has set himself up against Fox News. And in this case, I think in a sort of lighthearted way, it ignores the fact that there actually is a diversity of views here, as we know, not just among the liberals that are actually on the channel who support Obamacare, but even within the Republican Party, there's disagreement. You have Karl Rove arguing against defunding Obamacare, for example. So there isn't a unanimous view regarding how to approach Obamacare, but maybe the president doesn't watch Fox.
Well, he said that he doesn't watch Fox. At least he said that once upon a time. Said he didn't watch cable news at all. Judy, what about it? I mean, from your standpoint, is it smart for the president of the United States to single out one news organization for, I guess you would call it ridicule?
Well, John, as you know, we have complained about this often, and this is not a one-shot, one-off by the president. He and his aides have done this repeatedly. It's effective. It draws attention away from the fact that his own popularity is sinking in the polls. But even here at Fox, there was a spirited debate about Obamacare and how it's going to play out and its impact and implications. Even on the 5, Bob Beckel, the panel liberal, was defending the program and accusing Fox of scare tactics, and he was trounced upon by his co-panelists. So I think debate is healthy. The president at this point, of course, is aware of what's on Fox News because more Americans watch Fox News than any other. It gets under his skin, and I think he was, as you pointed out, lighthearted in it, but the message was clear.
Kirsten, I have a problem, I guess, with his assertion that you should just go to the website and check it out, as though all truth is to be found in government facts and figures.
Trust the government. They're just here to help,
yeah.
So,
Ronald
look,
Reagan said that's one of the great lies of all time. I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Right.
Yeah. I'm a supporter of Obamacare. I do think that I disagree with a lot of the assertions that have been made by my colleagues here who are against Obamacare. And I do think there are places you can go for good data. However, because Obamacare hasn't actually started, it's very hard for us to really know what the prices are going to be, what the impact is going to be. And so I think over the next couple of months, it's going to be a much more interesting debate.
All right, let's go to this topic. It's called lost in translation, you might say. Iran is apparently blaming CNN for misquoting its new president. In an interview with Christiane Amanpour, President Hassan Rouhani of Iran seemingly acknowledged and condemned the Holocaust. It's a far cry from his predecessor, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, who denied repeatedly that there ever was a Holocaust. Well, now Iran's news agency is blasting the interview, saying CNN got it wrong. The cable news network is standing by its translation. Let's put that translation up on the screen so we can see specifically what CNN put out. According to their translation, President Rouhani said, whatever criminality the Nazis, committed against the Jews, we condemn. Now, a lot of people, Judy, have taken those words and said, oh, this is a kinder kinder, gentler President Rouhani or President of Iran. This is somebody with whom we can do business. What do you think about all of this?
Well, I think the debate about the word is a little silly. What happened here is that a president of Iran, a country that has been at war with the United States, at least verbally, and also with Israel, who has tended to deny its existence and has been very harsh, has actually done things like tweeted New Year's greetings to Jews and has said that what happened to the Jews was terrible. The fact that he didn't use the word Holocaust, because, by the way, there really isn't one in Farsi, is beside the point. And I want to salute Thomas Erdbrink of the New York Times, who pointed out that the Iranian news agency, which chastised CNN for accusing Kirsten Amanpour of mistranslating the word, is one of the hardline agencies in Iran. Iran has politics, and there are many people who don't like what President Rouhani did. They don't like the outreach to the Americans and the Israelis, and that's why they pointed out that he didn't say what Christian said they said.
All right, Kirsten, tempest in a teapot or something more?
Well, look, I mean, if it was misinterpreted, then of course that's huge news. And I still think it's a little bit unclear exactly what he meant by it, because the Iranians have long maintained that there were things that were done to the Jews that were bad, but they will not acknowledge that there was a Holocaust. Whether they have a word for it or not, they will not acknowledge that the history as we understand it is true. And in fact, he did sort of allude to that in the way he said this is something for historians to deal with, this sort of fake idea that it hasn't been settled, that there was a Holocaust.
All right, we'll continue to watch all of the translations and his words as this new president starts to make waves coming out of Iran. Judy Miller, Kirsten Powers, thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.